quality work and fair prices. It's the only way we do business.
630-871-5500. CrosscomPublicAdjusters.com.
Now, from the Signature Bank Studios.
This hour of The Shaun Thompson Show is sponsored exclusively by DonleyAuctions.com. Sports memorabilia, movie posters, rock and roll. Get top dollar for your collection. DonleyAuctions.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
American woman, stay away from me. American woman, mama, let me be.
Well, now I have to take Dawn. You can't give me that lead in.
I don't want to see your face no more.
Dawn, Naperville.
Okay, Shaun, I have to ask you. I have to ask you this question, sir. I'm dumbfounded. So looking at the data, let me get this right. You have Bailey, who lost in 2022 to the same candidate, Governor Pritzker.
Uh-huh.
Looking at that data, why in the world would you vote for that same person again? And I don't think that Bailey not showing up to the debate is something that's fair, because President Trump did the same thing, right?
He didn't show up to several debates.
I won the first time. Yeah, and I understand that, but I mean, if you're looking at it from a legitimate point of view of strategy and election, so he didn't show up. Maybe that was a smart move on his point, but here's the differentiation: he already won an election. So this is what I don't understand. Is there somebody that can call into your show to try and explain?
Hey,
I mean, what aren't you embarrassed? And that's all I got to say.
Well,
at least the last presidential election gave us hope. Why? Because I don't care what letter is after your name. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican, because in my lifetime, I don't see much differentiation. Republicans are cowards, and Democrats don't have a platform, so all they have to do is complain about the person in office.
But you're looking at it. You're looking at it too.
Why in the heck would you vote for Bailey?
So you're looking at it. You're looking at it. You can drive yourself nuts, because you're doing that thing my mother used to do. Stop looking at it as if everybody wants success as the goal. If everybody wants achievement, when you understand, and I know you've listened to me for years, and I have the pleasure of knowing you. When you understand that the goal of the Democrat mafia is to put people on the welfare wheel for life and generations. The goal is to fail with a veneer of altruism. Then you understand their policies, because their policies are riddled in failure and corruption. That's their goal.
Yeah,
so when you have Republicans,
for Bailey are not those people.
No. But when you have Republicans,
so I don't understand that mentality.
I'm going to help you if you let me. I'm going to help you if you let me.
Okay.
When you have people who want the parables and the platitudes because they're afraid to get in the argument with the Democrat, to get in the facts with the Democrat. Now, you had Dabrowski, who was telling you statistics and facts and decades of failure and showing you why your kids cannot read, why they're in gangs, why the city is imploding, why the quality of life is devolving, because the goal was to fail. Ted Dabrowski was telling you that. So, Ted didn't lose last night. He knew these facts long before he decided to run. You knew these facts. Most of the people suffered the way I suffered before I moved. You understand this. So Ted didn't lose. All those people lost because they went with platitudes and parables. And that's the politics as usual, right? That's the smile when you want to cry, cry when you have to. That's the vote for me and I'll set you free. So you're asking me why? Well, that's what people vote for normally. People vote for platitudes and parables. They don't want the nitty-gritty of, you realize you've been failing for 100 years and this is why. Boom, boom, boom. You want to talk about debt and unfunded liabilities. You even know what it is? Let's inflationally adjust the money. He wanted to talk about the illusion. You people, we don't have a pension problem. We have an employment arrangement problem. Their pension isn't based on reality. Ted could do that because he had an understanding of it. You've never heard Bailey articulate one position. I never have. Have you? What does he stand for? Here, let's do this. What does he stand for that any other Republican who ever won a race in Illinois, from Ogilvie on to Jim Thompson the Rounder, what did he say different than those guys? Anything?
Are you talking about Bailey?
Yeah. What has he said different? You could take Bruce Rounder's whole campaign, take out 7 foot of stupid with that slur he had going, put a little hee-haw in it, and it's Darren Bailey. Same thing as name a guy, what's the guy that liked to rub his crotch with the teenagers? Hessert, when he was the Speaker of the House. Hessert. Name any of the Republicans that won throughout the years by telling you the same thing.
Okay, well, you want to know
nothing.
what the real truth is? If you don't show up for a debate, to me it shows your arrogance. To me it shows you're an arrogant person and you have no humility. If you've won, then you have a little bit of platform to stand on because you've already gained some achievement. But to not show up, to me, was totally disrespectful to the voters.
Well, arrogance is true, but what is arrogance? It's a phony cover for fear. He was afraid. He's afraid. That's why he talks the way he talks. What does he talk about with any authority, with any knowledge, with any point? What does he talk about? And now you're going to hear all that cross. I'm going to welcome the Democrats and the independents and all the. It's going to be the same bulldog, man. Same stuff. And I guess
you're going to have a big breakfast.
No, but listen, I used to have these
breakfast in the morning.
I used to have these arguments with Proft when he supported him versus Ray-Ban. That was, Jeannie Ives. When Jeannie Ives challenged Rauner, I was there that night. When those came in, I called my wife. That's it. We're done. We're done. The whole plan is changing because life, you have only a certain amount of time. Now you get your ass down here by me. Will you listen to me? Thank you very much. Georgie, Naperville.
Yeah, Stan. Oh, I'm sorry. I called you.
No, he's smarter and taller and more stubborn. Go ahead.
Oh, Shaun, the difference between Bailey and Trump not showing up for a debate is it's all about Trump, whether he's there or not. And that's how powerful he is. So,
well, he doesn't have the character.
You can't compare those two.
Well, Bailey doesn't have the character to defend his position or Trump's. So I don't think there's going to be much of that. Roberto, Bloomingdale.
Shaun, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Now, I want to respond to the caller from the last two calls ago. Now, hear me out on this. Number one, do you want a candidate like Fred Flintstone in office who favors abortion and assisted suicides and businesses running out of the state left and right? The answer is you have to vote for the Republican candidate, like him or not. Hold your nose. And yes, he did hurt himself in the debate.
You could do that. You could do that with your vote. You could do that with your vote. But I carry mine. I treasure mine too much to ever do that. I will never do that lesser of two evils bullshit. Never did, and never will. I never will do that. Good luck. But I don't compromise. I don't do it. I especially don't compromise with principles and integrity and honesty. Never. 312-642-5600.
He believes in freedom, capitalism, and individual liberty. And because of that, he's become an enemy of the state. He's Shaun Thompson, and this is The Shaun Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.
When you can no longer handle your own home, Hearthstone Assisted Living at the Lutheran Home in Arlington Heights is here to help make life easier. Experience upscale living with comprehensive health services. We offer fine dining, engaging activities, available chaplains, weekly worship services, and quality amenities including a bistro, expansive library, and general store. For a limited time, mention WYLL for an additional discount. Call 847-595-5024 or visit LutheranLifeCommunities.org.
If stairs in your home are becoming difficult, there's a practical solution, and it doesn't have to come with pushy salespeople. Access